PlayStation fam. So, my God, there's been a lot of PlayStation-based news today, hasn't there? Well, shall we recount all the bits and pieces, just in case you missed anything? So, first of all, Jim Bryan rocks up and he goes, aye, we're going to be putting more stuff on PC, more first party PlayStation stuff to PC. And of course that's got all the usual people going, oh, does this mean the end of console gaming? Oh no, no more first party exclusives, oh. And I'm like, calm down. Like, the games that will be coming to PC are all like at least PlayStation 4 stuff. There'll be no like straight out the gate PlayStation 5 stuff. Sony's nae daft, right? They're gonna hold on to that for a wee bit to come. Don't worry, all good, right? All it means is that there's going to be Sony games sold on the PC, so then there'll be more development money for more games and better games, and maybe even strengthen the online network, make that a little bit better. Maybe the price of some of the content will drop a little bit, who knows? That last one's a bit fanciful, I know, but you know, anything is possible. Sony, if anything, have always shown their willingness to innovate. I mean, Microsoft, yes, they put their stuff on to PC, but that was mostly just so they could flog Game Pass, because Microsoft aren't really caring about platform, they care about software. You know, I mean, yes, okay, in some ways the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PlayStation, but I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong, if someone was to give me an Xbox Series X, I wouldn't be saying no. I mean, hello, the expensive bit of kit. Admittedly, then it'd have to be supporting 4 systems. I'd have to support my PS4, I'd have to support my PS5, I'd have to support my PSVR, and then I'd have to support an Xbox. A lot of games. Ugh. But anyway, so on the topic of games, we had a couple of very nice trailers today. We had this Crazy Taxi clone thing, which looks kind of fun. I can't remember the exact title off the top of my head, but I loved Crazy Taxi back in the day. Played it in the arcade, played it on the Dreamcast, played it on the PlayStation 2, played it on PlayStation 3 and 4 of the various ports. Nothing like a bit of yeah. It's like, hey, you want to make some crazy money? Yeah, man. And there's like updates coming to Tony Hawk 1 and 2. So then that works super nice on PlayStation 5. It's going to take full advantage of that. I don't know if it's actually a PlayStation 5 version or if it's just an upgrade. If it's an upgrade, I'm sorted because I got that game and it is chef's kiss, man. That is a sweet game. I really should go back and play some more of that. Anyway, so extra games coming, always a good thing. And then, of course, this on the topic of extra games coming, this Thursday coming, it's like the 25th of February, is the State of Play. It's like, where'd that come from? State of Play is like an airbag of news in your face. You know, it's like an alien face. It's like burst from your chest. I'm getting silly now. Okay, right. So basically, we've got a State of Play coming, but they're going to talk about 10 titles, a mixture of PS4 and PS5. It's like some of it indie, some of it first party. It's like, okay, Sony, okay, cool. But you know, I think a lot of people, what they really want when it comes to an update, what news they really want is how many more units are you going to get out there, how quickly you're going to get them out, because a lot of people are still crying out for units. And the second one they're probably asking is, for those of us that have the PlayStation 5, when can we get some news about the expansion to the memory? You know, got that memory base sitting there in that machine, still got money left in my game account. I want to put that on an towards an SSD. You know, expand that memory. Get me up to at least a terabyte, hopefully. That'd be nice, you know, a wee 500 card, slap that in there. Actually have enough space for games. Who'd have thunk it? You know, of course another update I'd like, and I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, but I'm going to mention it here as well because it's my channel, is this green screen works lovely. Same settings for both green screens, yet when I try and green screen on this here PlayStation 5, on Twitch, I'm surrounded by green mist. This will not stand. That's why recently I have been streaming on my PS4 and I've been streaming Blood and Truth. Admittedly, that will not happen on the night, obviously, of the State of Play because I'll be watching it. I'll probably do a reaction video. I don't know if I'll get away with doing a live reaction video because I think I'll probably get copyright claimed because I don't know how to actually talk to Sony to get permission because I'm a tiny little minnow of a channel. But you can help with that. Spread me far and wide. Tell all that ZenBlock exists. Gather me more subscribers. But the last thing I want to mention is the best bit of news I got today. For me personally, as someone that loves PlayStation hardware, as long time Zen fan members will know, your boy here was one of the first to have PlayStation VR. In fact, my PlayStation VR hands-on video with the PlayStation VR Tour is probably one of my best performing videos on the channel. And I love PSVR. I don't play it enough. I should play it more. But the talk of what Sony were saying is that thinking that like next year it'll come out, you know, possibly, and they're hoping, they want to get it down to at least one wire. Now everybody's going, Sony, come on, if you're going to do PSVR 2, then it needs to, it must, please, for the love of all that's holy in gaming, it's got to be wireless, you know. I mean, Oculus does it. They have a wireless VR unit and it's smaller. Now, okay, yes, it's more expensive, but Sony, you're the innovators here. You know what you're doing. You're good. You can make a wireless VR unit and add in AR complementary stuff, and they're talking about new controllers. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Move controller. I'm one of those few guys I actually like the Move controllers. I had two of them back in the day on PS3 for playing the fight Lights Out because that was a totally awesome game. The critics hated it, but I loved it, and it had a strong community. There's nothing like having the sticks and smacking people out, and the punches were actually the punches. It wasn't like Wii boxing, you know. God. But yeah, so they're definitely talking up PSVR 2, which was in doubt for some time. Depending on who you spoke to in the industry, some industry figures like, ooh, PSVR 2, probably not because it wasn't picked up enough. Thing is, although they didn't sell as many units as they would like to have, I think as far as like PS4 is concerned, it's something like a 5% retention rate of sales for PSVR to PS4 owners. I don't know of any PS5 owners who have not previously had a PS4. Apparently, 1 in every 4 people who own a PS5 haven't previously owned a PlayStation 4. There's food for thought for you. So, with that 5%, you know, of PS4 people, you know, owning a PlayStation VR, and considering there's what, like, close to 12 million units sold, not shipped, but sold, of PlayStation 4, that's still a fair amount. And when you consider the software attachment rate of the PlayStation VR, which I believe last I heard it was like 3.7 games or something per user. So, you know, that's a lot of software sold. So you can't be arguing with that. I mean, yes, it could be better, but you know, still, it's good. Hang on. Yeah, so it's not brilliant numbers, but for emerging tech that's still got some question marks around it and it's still a bit finicky. I mean, you still got to deal with that big wire, you still got to feed it around, you got the breakout box, the rest of it. It's far from a perfected setup, but considering the price and the usability of it, I mean, you turn it on, you whack on your head and you go. You can fiddle with the settings a bit more, but it's probably the easiest VR to use. You know, it takes a bit more setup because of all the wires and that, but PSVR is a great product, and I won't hear a word against it. Now, you can obviously argue it in the comments, and I will respect what you say if you're against it, but just know that, like, as much as I respect your right to argue against the PSVR, I personally love it. Can't say fairer than that. Anyway, so new controllers, new headset, possible AR functionality in it as well. This is looking, I'm up for this. You know, my PSVR still in perfect nick, under warranty, in perfect condition, still have the box. So when the day comes that I want to like get PSVR 2, then yeah, I can put it all in the box, take it up to game, or to Cash Generator, or CX or whatever, probably game, and like trade it in and put that money towards PSVR 2 or whatever they decide to call it. Might not be called PSVR 2, you know, we'll have to see what the code name for it will be. It would be kind of cool if they called it something like Phoenix or Falcon or something, you know. I'd like that, something of an avian nature. You know, the freeing nature of VR. And also, if you've ever played like Eagle Flight, you know what I mean? Scraw! Yeah, but you know what the nicest thing about this PSVR 2 announcement is? Your boy Zenbloke was right. That's right. Trust your hunky Zenbloke to make the right guesses at the right times. Because I said in at least 2 or 3, possibly even 4, different prediction videos that PSVR 2 would not happen in the same year as PlayStation 5. There would be at least a year or 2 after. Now, as far as price and tech specs goes, I'm going to wait a little bit before I start to talk about that. But it's definitely got to be a better unit than what currently exists. And I think there'll be stronger interaction between the PlayStation VR 2 and the Pulse 3D headset, much as there is between the Platinum headset and the traditional PSVR. I think there's good things on the horizon. So in essence, more games, and more games, more users, more revenue, great. Announcements of more stuff, and new equipment on the horizon. Really far on the horizon, but on the horizon. It's like, oh no, today's been a busy little day for PlayStation. Not to mention that over the weekend, just being on Sunday, I think it was, if memory serves, it was the 8-year anniversary of the announcement of PlayStation 4. How time flies. Oh god man, it's crazy. And I think all the things I've seen and reported on this channel in that time. Wow. Okay guys, I just wanted to have a wee bletherese, just shoot about the news, give you a little bit of my personal take on things, like I do anything else. I do other stuff, But anyway, you know the drill by now, come on. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers, of course, as always. Aye, nae bother.